Hello Internet, I am JKCCK, and I'm going to run through my Day 2 territory battles on my second account, Tarpals. I will start over here in the light side planet of Braga. I use my Leia team. Go in with R2 and Drogan and Han and Chewie. And this is a full auto. You can do some guided targeting if you want. You really want to try and kill off the Purge troopers if you can. And I normally take it off auto just long enough to make sure that Drogan puts his first assist call onto Leia. Then you can put it back on auto. And since they're all rebels, once okay, so I will take it off since they teamed up and killed Han off. If you use her ultimate and it kills someone, then it will bring back any fallen rebels. So you can use that to recover if you see something funky happen like that. I'm just going to finish this out with basics, and then we'll go into the next wave. Now let's put it on auto. Most of the time you do not have to worry about any issues like that. Normally this team works just fine on auto. But Leia's ultimate does give you some mechanics that allow you to recover from stuff like that. Okay, so Crosshair's gone for good. Alright. We'll, move over to the next battle over where I use my Jedi Master Mace team. The Jocasta New, Depa Boba, Aayla Secure, and Temple Guard. This is another full auto team. Probably one of the easier full auto teams because they got a bunch of mechanics that help them out. Depa Boba prevents revives, so you don't have to go through all the shenanigans of the last team. Whenever they kill someone, the whole team gets damage immunity for a turn. So after you get your first kill, oftentimes you don't have to worry too much about anything because unless they have a lot of dispellers on the other team, you're probably going to get another death and then another death on the other team before you ever pop out of damage immunity. So once you get that first kill, normally that's the last time you're going to take any damage. I'm just going to do a basic to finish that off. No reason to waste a special. Now let's put it back on auto here. Alright, for the next mission, I like to use my Gungan team. I use this on both accounts. I do have the oMarrok on Tarpals, which makes your Gungan team more resilient in territory battles. Now there's a mechanic in play with the Gungan team where if they kill someone and it's an attacker who does the killing, then they'll stay dead. So that can help you, kind of like the Jedi Master Base team, get around having to work all the way through those 5 stacks. You don't always have to with the Gungan team. But if someone other than the correct tunes do the killing, like these two guys just got killed by non-attackers, so they were able to come back, and it detracts from the counter. And he got killed by dots, so again, he came back. He also got killed by dots. So not doing a whole lot efficiently. Now that guy got killed by one of the attackers, so there is still 1 stack to work through for everyone else. He got killed by an attacker. And he got killed by someone who was an attacker. But now there's no more stacks, so I'm actually going to take it off auto so we can try and get some cooldowns back. And just do basics to finish everything else off. Okay. And we'll just go right at second sister if we can. She doesn't... she is not affected by the stacks like the rest of them are, so if you can take her out first, you can avoid the... you never have to bring her back. And you can just focus on the Purge Troopers after that. He's got... Oh, he had Deathmark for a minute there anyways. Alright, that killed off second sister. Now we can just go after the Purge Troopers or whichever of their guys is taunting. Okay, killed him with an attacker, killed that guy with an attacker. Killed one of them with an attacker. And they're out of stacks, so once this Purge Trooper dies, that'll be it. Alright, we'll go on to the fleet battle. Use Profundity as the best fleet here if you have it. Now use your Hans, Millennium Falcon, your Outrider, RebelY wing. Rogue One's going to be your first reinforcement, and then Phantom, Cassian, and Wedge, or not Wedge, Biggs, just as a backup tank. But you're never going to get to that with this fleet. Your Rogue One is really the only thing you're going to need. Yeah, probably bring in the Phantom, but you want to go right after the Scythe. I'm just going to do a basic here. Send in all the missiles. And bring in Rogue One. It's a little unfortunate he's got 4 sights. That means that this probably won't hit. Yeah, it got deflected, but there were enough assists that we did kill him off, and that is good. So we'll do a basic there to get rid of his offense up. TIE Advanced should be the second person you kill. And we'll go and use our ultimate to get rid of their capital ship. And once you get rid of their capital ship, I mean, it's really game over. There's not much they can do. So you can really put it on full auto at this point. Just let your fleet mop up what's left. Alright, so that's a nice easy win. And we'll finish up this zone with the Jedi Knight Cal mission. On this account I do have to remod both tunes. So put a couple armor sets on Cere JKCK, try and bring her armor up to at least into the 70s. And Jedi Knight Cal, you just want him blazing fast. So anything over 300 is a good place to be. And more health is better. And so you're just going to get rid of that taunt and move over to the lefter one. And I go into defensive mode. I always go defense, offense, defense with my Jedi Knight Cal. Okay, so he did just counterattack that probe droid, which means he took off some health from the probe droid, because when Jedi Knight Cal counterattacks, he hits under protection, ignores protection, which means that this probe droid could blow up at any time. We're not really too worried about that, because the probe droids in Wave 1 are completely different from the Wave droids in Wave 2, the Imperial droids in Wave 2. The Imperial droids in Wave 2 can take out a character from full health, full protection in one explosion. And these guys, I'm not sure why, but they hit much, much less hard. So I'm not too worried about this guy blowing up. But in Wave 2, that would be a cause for concern. Go into the offense mode. You can see, I mean, he just took off a little protection. It wasn't any big deal. You know, I don't do it very often. I'm going to use the event special to get rid of all those buffs they have. And then we will go back into defensive mode while attacking the guy on the left. And then we'll use the Impetuous Assault on the guy on the right to get rid of him. That supercharges our damage now. And we're going to go back into offense mode. We want to make sure that you finish this wave in offensive mode. So I'm actually just going to stay in offensive mode. It's not going to add any more armor shreds. And offense again, that should kill him off. Alright, so we will take away her taunt, target the guy on the left, and go into defensive mode. I always like to start each wave going defense, offense, defense for this mission. Put up the bonus protection up. Take away the taunt. Trying to manage taunt on that probe droid so that you can't counterattack is one of the important things in this mission. Then we'll go into offense mode, and we got lucky. We got the stun on both of them, and we got the speed down, so that's a nice thing. And then we'll go back into defensive mode. Alright, and we should be able to kill her. And offensive mode should finish it. Nope. And so now we will move on to the mixed planet of Felucia. I'm going to start here in the center. I use my Bo-Katan Mandalorians with Paz IG12, Beskar Mando, and then I add Rey in at the end. This is a full auto team. Just gonna check and make sure we have mods on everyone since I just pulled some for that Jedi Knight Cal team. And I normally try and kill the Saboteur in the back, but this guy here is going to taunt and pull us off anyway, so. And after you wear off taunt, you can go back to who you want, or you can just go ahead and finish killing him, since he's just going to taunt again if you don't. Then after that, I like to go after the Saboteur, and then this Enforcer on the right. They both seem to do some decent AE damage. And after that, I'll go after the guy on the left. And I normally kill the leader last.
No.
Yes. And although it's nice to kill Hondo off first, most of the time it doesn't happen.
No.
He's just too tanky, so most of the time you do have to kill the sides first.
No. No.
I'm just going right after the tank because he's about to taunt anyways. And then once you have all the sides dead, it's pretty easy to take out Hondo. If you can't whittle him down, because he is pretty tanky, if you can't whittle him down when Rey goes into ultimate next, and only having a single target to concentrate our damage on will finish off Hondo. Like Bo-Katan said, nope, I got this. So I'll move on to the next team to the right, which is the Jabba mission. On this account, I do have the full Hutt Cartel, which makes this a really easy full auto win. I still like to target the range trooper on the left, but you don't really have to. It is a full auto win. You can see we're already at contract. Xantan's under damage immunity. And now range trooper's dead. Go and take out the healer. Move to recon trooper. And the second wave, you're just going to do the same thing. Start killing from the left and work your way left to right. Ah. Would have been nice to have gotten that moved earlier so I could have killed off range trooper, but it doesn't really matter. This is a very easy win with the full team. Yep, never in doubt. So we'll move down here to the Hondo mission. Hondo's a mercenary, so if you have your Baylan skull and the Omicron oMarrok, that becomes a natural place to put this. So you take in Baylan skull and Marek with the Omicron, Shin, and then just pick another mercenary. I normally take Wrecker because he's a tank, but any mercenary will do because Marek will assist anytime a mercenary does a special ability. So you're just going to spam specials. Kill order is essentially the same as it is for the rest. You're going to kill left to right. I'm going to save Baylan's third ability until we get stuck behind a taunt because that's a dispel. So I'm going to use his middle ability here. And then we'll go after the Recon Trooper because he's the other damage dealer. Now we are stuck behind. I guess for some reason she can ignore taunt. Interesting. I will use... I think this one stuns. Yeah. We'll do the stun just to make sure that he can't do any damage. We'll do... Normally I do a special here. I'm actually going to do a basic because basic removes buffs from Wrecker. So that way we aren't stuck behind the taunt anymore. And I'll just go after the healer. Going to kill left or right since we don't really have to worry about offense because Marek is amazingly strong. I'm just going to slowly work my way across with mostly basics just to get everyone else's cooldowns as close to being ready as possible because you want to have as many specials available for the second wave. That way you can keep calling in Marek to do monstrous damage. And Shin calls assists on her basic, so she doesn't even have to do a special to call Marek. She can call him on basics. Now you want to focus down Moff Tarkin as fast as possible. We're going to use that middle ability. Just use every single special you have access to just to make sure that Marek gets called in. Once he's dead, there's not nearly as much that can go wrong with this, but you're still going to kill left to right. Range Trooper can still cause problems. Recon Trooper, you can kill left to right. I'm going to go after Recon Trooper because he's actually the only damage who's left on the team. I'm still going to save that third ability from Baylan because just in case we get stuck behind a taunt, it's nice to be able to have more than one dispel. I say more than one dispel because Wrecker can dispel on his basic. And we'll go after Stormtrooper Commander, who's the healer. And hey, look at that. We're stuck. Oh no, we're stuck. Oh no, we dispelled it. It's fine. And call oMarrok to finish things up. A lot of people I talk to, they like to put Marek with their Inquisitor team, and he does make them extremely strong, but I normally... The Inquisitors are strong enough on their own, I find, so I normally run them alone, and I run my Baylan team separate, so I have extra teams. I like to use for this YngLando mission, I like to use my Spectre team, Galactic Legend Ahsoka, Ezra, General Syndulla, Huyang, and then, of course, YngLando. And this should be a full auto win. I will, again, target them left to right, but you don't really have to. You can just put them in and let it run. Ahsoka in general, she's just too strong for these missions as far as her regeneration. She's such a good tank. She regenerates her own health and protection, and it's just very, very difficult for the enemy to make any headway on killing her. She counterattacks constantly, dispels buffs when she counterattacks. she's just very difficult for the other team to overcome. Then you got Ezra over here just being a battering ram. Huyang's pretty darn good too. And we'll go after the Stormtrooper Commander, the healer. And just keep working left to right. Could go back to do Recon Trooper, but we're not in any danger. So might as well just keep the pattern going left to right on this. But if you want to kill Recon Trooper, he is the damage dealer, so probably slightly more important to kill him over the officer. And I always save the tank for last. Second wave is more of the same. We've got Iden here, but you've got to kill all the sides off. Doesn't matter that YngLando. YngLando's normally going to die anyways. But you've got to kill the sides off before you can kill Iden. So, and she's going to dispel that because she does that on her basic, and she counterattacks all the time. And we'll go after Stormtrooper Commander. Most of the time I go after the damage dealers next, but Stormtrooper Commander is providing the healing that's keeping everyone alive, so if you take away the protection regeneration with Range Trooper and the health regeneration with Stormtrooper Commander, then all of a sudden the other team doesn't have much that they can do. Alright, so now we'll go after Scout Trooper. And, oh, that's interesting. They don't normally kill off Huyang, but not really going to change the outcome of this battle either. It was never really in doubt that it was going to be a 2 out of 2. Alright, so we will finish off this zone with the fleet mission. I use the Executor. I have my Razor Crest in operations, not really a big deal. Take in Punishing One, Xanadu Blood. IG-2000 and Slave One will be your first and most likely only reinforcements, but then I also bring in Ebon Hawk and Imperial TIE Bomber, just in case something weird happens. My main account, I did have one of those weird things where they were able to kill off Xanadu Blood, and so as a result, I did get to Imperial TIE Bomber. It was still a win, but it was a little dicier than it normally is. Let's see, he already did his Dispel, so I think I'm just going to do a basic here instead of doing the taunt move. I put more damage downfield, and I'm going to use Punishing One when he does his special forces taunt. So now you can see our Houndstooth is taunting. You want to try and make sure that you don't use all your taunt abilities at the same time. Like right now, I don't want to use my taunt because I'm still taunting. You just want to try and get off TIE Bomber as quickly as possible because he can keep doing that burning, and that burning dispels your buffs. Now I don't have taunt, so now's a good time to use my taunt ability. In particular, you want to go after TIE Advanced here because the TIE Advanced has the potential to dispel your taunt. So which he just did. So now the next time my capital ship gets a turn, I'll make sure to put taunt on Houndstooth there. Okay, we've got the locked debuffs, so now once we get our taunt back on, which we're going to do right now, Now I can't lose taunt ever again. It can't be dispelled. Since they have locked breach, IG2000 will be double tapping on every hit. I am going to bring in Slave 1. Let's see. I'm going to have him targeted. That way he gets the ability block. Okay, we'll drop the bomb. Okay, let's see if we can't kill off Tie-In Interceptor. Call in IG2000 for the double tap. Okay, we were able to kill him off. And that actually went to plan. We'd rather he kill off our Slave 1. We're going to go after the Emperor Shell because the Emperor Shell did not get healed up to full. They healed the TIE Fighter. So we're going to try and kill them off as quickly as possible. I'm going to do the mass assist here. And he should get some peripheral damage. I don't think he's going to die, but it'll be close. Double tap to finish him. And then we'll go after this guy. I've got to bring in... I'm actually going to bring in... him so I can put the burning on everyone. Actually, it didn't put burning on, but it did get rid of the buffs momentarily. But moreover, he has an active taunt going. Ooh. I'm going to put Death Mark on him, so we should be able to kill him off really fast. And then we can swap over. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, well. Hopefully we can kill this guy off before he's able to bring in anyone else. One more hit. No, just the basic. Just do the damage. Oh man, how many times do you have Ebonhawk have the winning shot? Not very often. But that's another full finish on that planet. So we will move over to Geonosis. We'll start over here on the left with the Reek. You can use your C team here, but if you have your Night Sisters, that's also a very good option. For this fight, let me just double check. I don't think anyone lost anything from remods. So really all you need to do is you have to use Doom here on Brute. That's your only choice. And then Bless Morgan. And then you can put it on full auto. And he just did his summon / heal, so after you kill off the Brute there, it should be pretty easy to go after him and kill him before he can resummon Brute. Most of the time that works. This time it did not. But we'll go after him again. Alright. And now that he's dead, the Doomed ends up going on the Reek itself, and it's a pretty quick ending. So we'll come down to the Aayla. Aayla is a super simple fight with your Inquisitors. Reva GI 7th, 8th, and 5th, and put it on full auto and get the win. I'm going to skip the Geonosia mission for right now, and I'm going to go up here to the Nexu. This is where I use my Lord Vader team with the dark side clones. Okay, I'm just going to make sure everyone's got all their mods. Just going to go ahead and use his third ability for all the debuffs, throw the grenade, just do a basic here, and then do the third ability, and that'll kill everyone off. And the enemy never gets to take a turn. So now we're in the second wave, it's just the Nexus, so now you just basically want to spam your specials as much as possible. And you will win. Just keep on mashing those special keys. We'll go into ultimate, do the jump. If you have a special available, you want to hit the special, and if you don't, then do basics, and the next you will die. Alright, we are going to try the fleet mission next. I'm going to take in your Leviathan. This fight has a decent amount of RNG in it, and if the opening does not go correct, then you essentially just can't win. So, but you want to take in Fury class, Sith Fighter, B-28. First reinforcement is going to be Mark 6, and next is going to be Scimitar, and you really shouldn't need the rest, but just in case, we'll go ahead and bring in TIE Dagger and Gauntlet for some healing. Alright, cross your fingers. The biggest part of RNG is you need Sunfac to get a thermal detonator in this opening salvo. If he doesn't come out of this with a thermal detonator on him, then you essentially can't win. So, we essentially can't win. You need him to have that thermal detonator so that Sith Fighter can do a basic and turn meter jump. Didn't get that, so this is just going to be a loss. We'll go ahead and keep fighting it, but they're going to take out my... there's nothing I can do. They're going to take out my B-28, and everyone else falls after that. So that's probably what happens at least half the time, if not more often. This is probably only about a 20 or 30% win rate because you are dependent on that thermal detonator actually being applied, and it just doesn't happen very often. So I'm going to try this one for the very first time. My good friend keeps on giving me a hard time for not doing this one. So I think I decided I'm going to... Oh, did I? Need to make sure that I have their mod setups saved, which I don't know that I have for all of them. So I've got him in now. But he's going to be taking Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano's mods. Makes him much tankier, faster. His health determines the stats on his brute, so you want his health as high as possible. Let's see. Poggle we're leaving alone. Spy I'm changing. Need to make sure again that his base is saved, which it isn't currently, so I will make his loadout. Okay, and now for the most recent raid, I actually came up with a new modding for my Jocasta. And I'm putting that on him for high damage. It takes him up over 10k. And let's see, Sunfac. Soldier staying the same. And Sunfac, we are redoing his mods. I'm pretty sure he's already in here, but let me check. Sunfac. Oh no, it must be my other account that he's in there. He's not in here on this, so I'll save his mod loadout. Now he's in, and Sunfac is going to get Jedi Master Luke. Relatively tanky and fast. Alright, let's give this a shot. Alright, so those guys are in Viz, so we'll just start here on the left. We're going to call an assist. Call Poggle for the ability block. We'll go into Invis. I'm actually going to do his middle ability to get rid of all these debuffs. And call in Spy. And go ahead and do the heal since we're all kind of low on health. Go back over here, see if we can't kill him down. Go and do the big hit over here, get rid of him. Let's see. It's not debuff, so I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want him taunting, but yeah, I'm going to do that. He's got expose on him, so I think it's probably a good idea to target him. Get some damage going there. Let's do a basic over here to finish him. Call in Poggle for the ability block. And go ahead and get rid of their yeah, I'm going to get rid of all of their buffs. Oh, I guess I can't get rid of that speed up. Let's get it right back. So we'll just keep going after this guy. Gonna save his big hits for the next wave. Just do basics to finish this wave out. So now in the second wave, I think you normally go after Rex, and then you go after Ezra, if I remember correctly from watching my buddy do it. So we are going to call him in, that way he can't do his damage up, and we'll do the big hit here. That should kill him. Oh, it didn't kill him. Okay. Now this is going to blind him anyways, so he can't hit us anymore. Man, he is tanky. Thick boy. Alright. Now we'll go after Ezra here. Go ahead and get a little healing going on. Is that dispel or just ability block? Okay, we're going to go ahead and call Brood Alpha. He should dispel, I think. Yep, and that gets rid of the taunt, so now we can go back after Ezra. Got an ability block on him. We'll go over here and see if we can get a ability block there. Alright, so they can't do any healing. Go into invis or into stealth. Big hit. Kill off the healer. Let's do a basic there to finish that off. Alright, and I'll get rid of their defensive buffs. I'll go ahead and do my taunt here just to give him another option to target. He's not taking a whole lot of damage, so I think we probably are just going to end up waiting for Spy's buff ability, and okay, so we'll do his buff ability, and then we'll do his big hit, and that should be enough to kill off Kanan. Alright, and then we'll probably have to do the same thing to Chopper here. Some healing just so that we don't have anything weird happen. We'll wait one more turn for him to do any debuffs because Spy has to go into stealth first anyways before we can get a possible killing blow. Alright, so Spy is in stealth. Sunfac. We'll do that to get Blind and Daze on, and now we'll do the big hit, and that's enough to win it. So, that's perfect waves except for the Dark Side fleet. Not a bad day all in all. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and come back tomorrow when I'll be doing the Day 3 videos. Thank you for watching.